What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the farm. The wheel is going to work with me today, so I'm going to try to knock out as many videos for you guys this week as I can. If you guys have been watching any of the ATS, no, actually, I don't think I've really talked about an ATS yet. So if you guys do watch that, you'll probably hear this little repetitive part, but I'm having some major issues here when it comes to the wheel. It really shows up on ATS more than anything else, but it has affected Farm Sim here and there. It just, I really can't explain it. It's just, I mean, like right now, I have no force feedback at all. Where usually I have some. But, the wheel is recognized by Windows. It sees it's there. And, for example, ATS. That's the best way to describe this. I start the game, American Truck Simulator, and go in the options. Sometimes the controls are working, sometimes they're not. If they are, I go into the game. As soon as I start the truck, or the truck starts up itself actually, and then I lose all controls. Go back into the options, controls aren't working anymore. Sometimes unplugging the USB from the computer works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm really starting to get annoyed with just what in the world is going on. All driver updates are done. There's no update for the wheel. So I don't know just what the hell is going on here and why this is happening. I don't know if it's a USB port issue. I don't know if it's a wheel issue. I would think if the wheel was going bad, Windows wouldn't see it anymore. That's what I would think. But, you know, I could be wrong. So it's really getting frustrating, and it's starting to happen more often than it has before. And this has been an issue that's been going on for, about 2 weeks now. So if I stop making Farm Sim videos, because I'm probably going to have to stop making ATS videos here, because I just can't get anything done. At least you guys will know why. It's because, well, I'm having issues. I am looking into getting a new motherboard. Hopefully that alleviates the issues. Maybe it's just crap that's going on with that. I don't know. I've had this issue before. It was with an Asus Sabertooth. After a year or two, USBs just didn't want to work right. So, you know, that might be the issue here. This board is 2 years old. I mean, someone brought up that it could be a power supply issue. To my knowledge, the power supply is still working just fine. Nothing else is affected. It's just mainly the wheel, occasionally the joystick. It's just mainly the USB ports that are causing me a headache. So, I've got some options, got some choices here. You know, once I do my dual PC setup, this current setup I'm using is going to be demoted to just the workhorse. It's going to be the streaming, rendering, and recording PC. So I kind of don't want to drop $300 on a new X99 board for the Intel chip that I have, and then, you know, months later end up demoting it and not using it to its full potential. So there is that question: do I update the board, or do I just start, you know, buying computer parts and limp along until I'm able to put together a second PC? It's a head scratcher for me, and you know, if I can't stream and record for you guys, well, obviously, you know, I can't do anything for you guys. Therefore, no one, you know, video views are going to drop, stream revenue is going to drop, you know, because you guys, many of you who watch over there are gracious enough to go ahead and subscribe. You're kind enough to go ahead and donate or cheer bits, and you know, all that greatly helps. And you know, that's why I'm able to do a lot of things I do right now. But yeah, it's a tough choice for me right now, what I want to do and how I want to do it. And unfortunately, tax time is here now, and you know, the little revenue I do get, I don't pay taxes on until I file. So, you know, Google and Twitch they don't deduct any tax revenue out of whatever my earnings are. So it's going to be interesting how that works out too. Not a whole lot to write off from last year, so it looks like I'm probably going to end up owing. And it's rough how this works out. And I don't know how many YouTubers have talked about this, but the way it works out is basically I'm paying double taxes. The IRS sees it as a small business, and then they also see me as an employee. So I have to, from what my CPA said, if I remember correctly from last year, is basically I'm paying, it was double the Social Security or something like that for the whole year on the income that I had made. So that hurts. And I don't agree with that either. They're double dipping on me, but is what it is. And unfortunately, unless I stop, there's really no way around it. So, headaches. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of headaches, and what are you gonna do, I'm not gonna stop. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy making these videos for you guys, and that's gonna stay the same, but hopefully I'm able to continue doing these. I've been meaning to do a complete PC teardown anyway, and clean it up, redo the thermal compound, and things like that, but I have to decide here this week just what I'm gonna do. What course of action am I gonna make to help rectify this issue? On one hand, going ahead and building a new PC that's strictly for gaming is going to be beneficial, because then it's less work. That the stream PC is only going to be for one thing. It's recording, streaming, and rendering, and the game PC is going to be focused on just one thing, and that's gaming. A new desk would be required, because my current desk is not going to handle two PCs, let alone the monitors for them. So it just sucks, though. I'm being limited in what I can do or what I can play, or having to get up, go to the back of the computer, unplug, replug. Hopefully it works, and if it doesn't, do it again, or I just can't play. And that's been the issue with ATS, and I just recorded an ATS video before I recorded this one, and ATS didn't work, so okay, I'll do FarmSim, and I came into FarmSim and the wheel didn't work there either. So, but I'm also not against the thought that it could be the wheel that's causing the issue, that the wheel is going out. It's going to take some investigating first before I make any purchases or final decisions. I should, and I do plan on looking up to see, has anyone else been having this issue where the wheel is seen by Windows but says, nope, I quit, I'm not going to do anything, and it's like a lack of input or something like that, or output from the wheel, or I don't know. It's hard to sense. Everything shows up the way it should. Nothing is showing up saying, hey, I don't see this thing. Nothing is popping up with any errors or anything like that. Everything is the way it would be. It's kind of hard to figure out which one is the problem child, which one is having the issue, because according to ATS and Windows, hey, we see the wheel's working, Logitech's there, everything's working the way it should, we're all good. I don't know. One of them's got to be lying. So anywho, just got a little bit of busy work going on here today. I'm going to get Crystal Steel topped off. They are out of coal and out of iron, so I'm going to run a train load of that over there. I'm going to check on Cogent. And, of course, Black Cat Birdseed is up and going. You guys saw that video that I just uploaded for you and put out on Sunday, so that's not going to be in any hurry. That's going to take a while, so, I don't need to really watch them like a hawk. I do have a hired worker going. He is taking care of the fields over there. He is cultivating them. You know, taking care of them for the winter here, which is about to, you know, start. I still have to find a plow. I really have not been looking for plows, and I really should. I haven't quite decided if I'm actually going to plow everything, or if I'm just going to drive over all the snow. You know, driving over the snow isn't going to make a damn bit of difference. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind at least plowing the farm. So it's kind of a tough choice. I also, hate to say it, I also don't rule out just, you know, basically fast forwarding through winter. You know, maybe show you guys what it looks like. But other than that, not really do much. I mean, I can't really log trees because it falls underneath the snow, and you guys won't be able to see the logs. I won't be able to see the logs. It's going to be, you know, a cluster. I won't be able to see stumps. That's going to be a cluster. Yeah, it's just basically going to be a little bit of busy work, and that's it. There's not much that can be done in the snow. Can't plant anything. I don't even know if I can cultivate or plow fields. I don't, you know, normally it's not something you do during the winter, so I might go over one day of it and then just fast forward the next two. But now that Black Cap is built, I need to resupply all of the factories. I should make another bid attempt at National Gypsum, but I need to resupply all the factories with goods and get them going for production. That's why I'm doing the steel here, because there's only 49,000 in steel or something like that over there. So, way... Ooh, hello. There we go. Don't know what the hell that was about. Way too short on what I'm going to need out of Black Cap, or not Black Cap, out of Crystal Steel, so got to get that going. Also, since I'm over here, and I just remembered, if you guys are on a multiplayer server and you're having issues with these things not turning, not, you know, spitting out the material, I think I might have found the issue that we were having over on our server. We were having that because we just restarted the map. We had it before we did the map restart, and you know, I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, I've got money on me, and why is this thing not working? I went into admin, and the server account was negative. So I put money into it, and lo and behold, these things started working. So server money seems to be the issue here. If you don't have it, you're not getting anything out of it. We're almost there. Okay. So keep that in mind if you guys are on a server and the quarries stop working for you. One other thing is I noticed it seems that with MP Seller, if you guys are once again on a server using that mod, if you do the Control S to become the seller, that means really no one else is supposed to be getting any of the revenue. It looks like the server doesn't even get it either. So it is really easy for you guys to go ahead and bank all of your money from selling whatever you're selling. No one, including the server, gets a penny of it. But then the server also does lose money every time you purchase items. The server takes, you know, they lose money on that. So they take their money and they also give it up when you go to purchase items. So, you know, if you're using MP Seller on everything, you're basically starving the server, and I don't know why the server needs money. I don't know why that's worked in there. I guess that's a Giants thing. But you're starving the server of money as well, and that's how you can run yourself negative all the damn time on the server. So it's something I have told the guys to keep an eye out for, not to, you know, I've got no problem cheating in money to bring the server back to flush. But the problem is when I log out, sometimes that money has jumped to someone else. In fact, that happened. I put like $6 million on the server, and I logged out, and that money went over to Tim, Big Tim. So I don't know why that happened, but rather annoying how that has worked out. External accounts does seem to be better in that area, but that has its issues as well. You know, of course, there's the normal gripe of, you know, everyone gets a cut of the profit, but no one shares when it comes to buying new equipment. Alright, which one am I going to get? Oh, okay. It would need limestone, I think. Let me jump out real quick. Nope, get out of that. Yeah, limestone. Okay, I'll take some limestone over there. So we'll load up with this. It'll be a full train. We'll load up with limestone, we'll load up with ore, we'll load up with coal. Can I do two at once? No, it just stops. Damn. That'd be so nice. I've heard of people complaining about the recent updates as well, the 3.7 I think it was, and I know they're working on it. They're working on an update. Where's the 3.8? They're working on an update to the map for those who have updated to that version of the map, and you know, obviously the crew and I, we have not gone that route. We are staying here on 3.3. Am I going to be able to get this? There we go. Or that's going to take a while. I don't plan on updating the map to 3.8 or 3.7. I'm going to leave it as is. Not a fan of the trees. Just really not. And until he puts in some kind of change, I guess you could say, where we can choose which trees we want, I don't plan on doing it. And unfortunately, I really wouldn't be surprised if Dave puts in those trees with that 16x map. So I guess he's going to do a little more smartly, because here he just did a blanket change. So even in the logging area, you got to deal with these trees. And there's been people, well, who cares? Just use the Brooks, you know, stump grinder or whatever. And it's, no, I need logs. That's what I need. I shouldn't have to spend multiple hours trying to remove these crap-ass trees just to get the fewer amount of logs that are now here on the map because of the change. So, good intentions, but definitely not a fan. And I'm sure it's turning some people off from the map as well. You know, people seeing me play with this train right off the bat are gonna get turned off. But trust me, I'm working on factories here. I don't know, you know, I'm speaking of other maps, I haven't really even been watching for other maps. So I really don't even know what's out there. I mean, I do check for mods. I'll check a couple of different sites, see what's going on in the mods, anything good that has come out, stuff like that. And so, of course, I'll see maps that come through, but, you know, I don't really look at a lot of them. But to my knowledge, there really aren't any maps out there that are like this one. The Don Diego map comes close, if that is still being made, but you don't buy or build factories there, I think. I think they're just all pre-made, and you can run material to each one. So, yeah, on one hand, yeah, you still get the same as what you get here, but at the same time, though, you know, if you don't own the factory, then, you know, all you're doing is basically the same as what you're doing on vanilla maps. You're growing, selling, cultivating, planting, and repeat. And that just states that, to me, that gets old. You know, without having the added aspect of owning the factory. Okay, now I've got, you know, 100,000 liters or cases of Pepsi to deliver over here to Piggly Wiggly, or, you know, to Applebee's or whatever. Without having that added aspect of it, to me, it's just blah. It's just boring. It gets old. Oh, he's done. Okay. I can put him on the next field. I wonder if I should try to plant something today, too. I think I can. See if I can get some winter wheat in the ground. This will make Crystal Steel happy. I'm going to try to be sure not to do anything with the radio. I ended up having to basically butcher part of that last video because of the radio. YouTube flagged it right away. Even the stuff that I thought was pretty generic in-game, nope, they flagged it. And I'm not going to sit here and try to fight a copyright claim. I've done it before. It took almost 2 months. And then they said, okay, yeah, we agree with you. There's no copyright infringement. And it's like, well, you know, it doesn't matter now. The video is already 2 months old, you know. Thanks for nothing. Meanwhile, you know, any revenue made off of that video, the people who, you know, YouTube said had the claim for it, are like, oh, all right, thank you for the money. It's the downside with how YouTube works things. You know, they tell you, you know, oh, well, if you want to file a claim, go ahead. Well, okay, well, now that video is gonna be either public or private the whole damn time, and, you know, a lot of YouTubers can't sit around for 2 months waiting for YouTube to figure out what they want to do. You know, I can't. I'm not going to hold a video for 2 months. You know, if it's part of a series, then obviously that's all screwed up now. Alright, let's take a look here. Wheat. Yes, I can. I can plant wheat, barley, canola. Let's harvest. Green is planting. So there we go. We got those three. Poplar, grass, sorghum, oat, rye, mustard, peanuts, lavender, millet, hemp, coffee, and cranberry. That's quite a bit I can actually plant right now. Let's do that. What do I want to plant? One thing I have to keep in mind here is the temperature. Oh, wait. Is the blue meaning it's too cold? No, it's still warm enough. Or ground temperature's too cold, but the air temperature is. See, I haven't... Obviously, I haven't done this yet, so... I usually wait until summertime. I think that's... I wish there was some... prices. What's this? Nope, that doesn't. I honestly don't remember if it's air temperature or... Because millet 39 degrees. Grass 37. I think this is ground temperature. $37, $39. Yeah, I think it's ground temperature. The ground has to be a certain temperature, not the air. So what can I plant right now? Millet, grass, and that's it. Well, that bones. I guess I'm not planting anything. So much for that idea. Alright, he's going, so let's take a look at how we doing over here. Okay, you're going good. Oh, he's 139,000. I read that wrong. So we're doing great at the steel factory. Stone processing. Could use a few more boulders there. So let's go take a look at... I don't know what I'm at my fuel. Out of fuel. Uh-oh. Alright. Need fuel. $16,000 there. Guess I know what I'm doing. Nothing in that tank, so... Guess I'm working in the silage pit. I could go and buy from Shell. It's not going to be cheap. That is for sure. Shell is... It's not like National Gypsum. You know, with National Gypsum, you can elite... What am I dropping for? I didn't... Shell is not like National Gypsum. National Gypsum, you could sit there and drop off material and make the money that you're going to need in order to buy the drywall. With Shell, that's not an option. Shell doesn't pay out a whole lot for crops. So... Oh, I just did that for all digestate, and I didn't want to do that. I want to do it for fuel. It's, really not worth, you know, dropping off crop if you plan on buying from Shell. You're going to end up losing money. Maybe not a whole lot, but still. Now, there is a placeable biogas factory. I've seen it. I didn't really look that closely to it, but I did consider putting it in hopes that it would actually produce fuel faster than what we have here on the farms. And the thing is with the farms, though, is they're not intended to be the main supplier of fuel for everyone on the map. They're mainly intended to be a supplier for you, a personal fuel supply for just you on the farm. And if you're looking to supply fuel for everyone, if you have all the farms occupied, and, you know, fuel for the plants, like the stone processing, for example, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Maybe I should. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to grab a tanker and go buy a load of fuel from Shell just to see how bad it is. How painful is it going to be? Shell is not a factory that you can purchase right off the bat. It takes a while. It's one of the highest rated factories that are here. I think it's 120. Let's go take a look. Let's see. Shell fuel. 175 rating is what you need. Holy crap. On a single player, that's basically every field. And then some. I mean, I'm only at 56. I've got a long way to go. Wow, 175, and it's $675,000 to purchase the damn thing. All right. Well, where's my fuel tanker? Is that him? He's got water on. I don't need water. What can I do with this water? Is there anywhere I can take it to? I'm not going to take it to Quarry. So yeah, I'm just going to unload here. Oh wait, turn it on first. Left control X. Just get rid of it. Don't need it. Didn't cost me anything anyway, so. Let's see how expensive 30,000 liters is going to be. Oh, I'm not turning. I'm not turning. Wow. A lot of understeer. Gonna give this a shot. What does this sell for? I think it's like 2,200 a liter. Yep. 2,200 a liter. Oh, and I also want sugarcane. Crap. I didn't plan on getting into sugarcane. Am I not? Is it not going to want to fuel this? Or is this another one of those picky locations where you have to be going a certain direction? It doesn't want to fuel it. There we go. $50,000 load. $66,000. Well, alright. Let's think about this here for a minute. How often are you going to have to get fuel? Not very often. You know, maybe the stone quarry or the stone processing plants, but other than that, some other locations do take it. PJs, for example, will take fuel, but it's not like they go through it like it's water. I don't think I'm going to have to be there as often as I would, say, for National Gypsum. You know, where I have to buy 200 or 300,000 liters in drywall or something. Yeah, I think I'll buy from Shell more often. I just have to make sure I've got enough money for it. Now we got boulders. Alright. That'll be set for a long while there. Oh, I probably could have used the water here. Didn't even think about that. But since I'm here, let's go ahead and get these tomatoes out of here. What are we out? We got pallets, okay. What are we out of? Out of water. That's awesome. Let's just dump the water. I don't need it anywhere. Oh, wait. Refill it. But like I said, this water spout doesn't cost you anything, so, you know, no big deal. I don't know if the tomatoes get spoiled or anything. I know with seasons here, you can lose your crops. If you leave hay on the ground, things like that, I guess they can go away. But I wonder if the same thing happens with the greenhouses. The greenhouse is obviously not something I, normally partake in. I mean, here's all the tomatoes that I had set up, and I never did anything with. That's still offloading good. Let's see if I can turn this thing around and load up some tomatoes. Let's see. Pallets, yes. mass producing that. We should be done here. Yes, we are. So I'll park you right there. Off you go. You're done. Excellent. What else has to be done here? Cultivated. Okay, I need to do this one. I need to do 9. Okay, still got a few more to go. I mean, whatever I don't get done here is not a big deal. I can always do it at the beginning of the next season. But, you know, for spring. But at least I do have some fields taken care of, so as soon as I'm able to start planting, I can. Those fields are done, they're ready to go. Excellent. You know, I can also see wintertime being a great time to go ahead and start selling off a lot of built-up inventory as well. So, for example, the stone processing plants. You know, if I wanted to sell off gypsum to national gypsum, if I wanted to sell off all the carbonate that I had, so on and so forth, winter would be a great time to go ahead and do that because there's really not much else you can do. So you could go ahead and just sell off everything that you built up, clear out your inventories, and call it a day. Oh, look at that. We've already got stone over here. So let's do another load of stone. Get some boulders. Gonna need some over there anyway. I still think I'm going to end up doing what I mentioned earlier. I'm going to do one video of winter and then probably fast forward through the rest of it. Because I don't have a whole lot to get done. Not a whole lot of busy work to get done. So I'll show off the snow and how it all looks, so on and so forth. But Ooh. No room to spare. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end up fast forwarding a lot of the winter and just get through it, get into spring, and resume from there. Oh, no, don't tip it over. Ooh, I got 4 in the bucket. Ooh. Look at the bucket glitch all over the place. It is not happy with that. Keep on hitting something there. Alright, what is that? 9? Okay. There we go. I think that's enough for now. That's a lot. 25,000 liters. 590. 5,900 kg. So that means this thing is massively overloaded. I mean, 11 boulders. Get up the hill, come on, yay! Now on the multiplayer server, we've got the BSM hook truck here, and I did this load. I think I had 8 in there, and it was leaning over on the passenger side so hard. This one doesn't seem to lean as much. Oh, it's easy to tip over. But it was just, you know, like the wheels were, the tires were completely gone. The dump was like almost on the ground. It was just leaning that hard on its suspension. I mean, beautiful work with it, but... Oh, don't you tip it over. Don't you tip it over. It wants to tip over. That's what it wants to do. Oh, look at that thing rocking. This truck is not happy right now. Oh, go away. I'm on the wrong one. Alright, so that puts it up to 337,000. Beautiful. Awesome. That's great. Well, as nighttime falls, this sounds like it's a good time to go ahead and wrap things up here. I'll fast forward through the evening and we'll see if we get some snow tomorrow. Forecast is for snow. Yep. High of 36. Snow, sun, snow. And then we start spring again. So I'll see you guys back here for day 1 of winter. Until then, thanks for watching. Take it easy.